What's going on, YouTube? Matt again from Palms Productions, Sound and Lighting. And this video is going out to Chaywood Music. Chaywood Music contacted me. He commented on my intro to mixer and basic live sound setup part 7, getting a good monitor mix. And this is the comment that Chaywood Music, I promised I would do a video for Chaywood Music. I don't know if this is a him or her, but this is what Chaywood Music says. I'm about to upgrade mixers and I know nothing about setting up aux and buses. How would I run a main out and 2 separate monitor outs? My current mixer is set up with a main out and monitor out, so all I have to do is run a 1/4 inch out of my mains and another 1/4 inch out of my monitors. That's pretty simple, but bigger mixers are obviously more confusing. I want to run my main out, monitor out, and a separate monitor out for in-ear monitors. How would I wire it up to work that way? That's a good question, which is exactly what I replied back. And it was hard to answer in this type of format, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain it in part 6 of my tutorial series. I kind of went over it. I didn't have it uploaded for very long because it was confusing. I recently went back and watched it again a couple nights ago, and the information for the most part was correct. It was just the way I was explaining it that made it confusing. So I put it back on there, so definitely go check it out. But I'm basically going to do that video over again in this video, and I'm going to answer Chaywood Music's questions, and also on the same video, which was part 7, the Learner and Puppet Metal both had questions about running monitor mixes. And George the Librarian left me a good comment, so thanks for that. The Learner wanted to know about running multiple monitors, for the singer, keyboard, drummer, that kind of thing. And basically, let's see, what did the Learner say? How do you send the aux to multiple monitors, drummer stage monitor, keyboard monitor, and separately control all their mixes? Okay, so I'm going to go over that as well. And Puppet Metal wanted to know the difference between mono and stereo channels on a mixer, so I'm going to go over that as well. But that's going to be mostly in the close-ups that I'm going to do with the other camera, because whatever. Okay, so back to actually, we'll start with the question from for Puppet Master. Was it Puppet Master? Let me look again. Editing is good. Puppet Metal, yes. Okay, not Puppet Master. That'd be pretty cool though. Puppet Metal wanted to know the difference between mono and stereo inputs, outputs, or whatever. Okay, well, this particular board has 8 mono channels, which means you can plug one thing into those channels. So no matter what you do with this fader, that's only going to control that particular channel. Now the stereo channels have 2 inputs per channel. You have a left and a right. Left is for mono. If you only have, if it's for a keyboard, and you just need, you just take the mono out. My drum set over here is the same thing. I can go, left channel out, mono out to this, and the one fader would cover the volume for both channels. Now, if you have, again, like a keyboard or a drum set, and you wanted to pan, to give a stereo feel, with my drum set here, I can have the hi-hat and the 2 cymbals that would be to the left of me, and pan those mostly to the left. You don't want to go all the way to the left because then it sounds weird. And then you have maybe, the snare drum, the 2 or 3 rack toms, depending on what you have, maybe a splash or another crash, and you keep that in the middle. Then you can have your ride, your China, or maybe another crash, and your floor toms panned mostly to the right. So when you hear it back, you have a full stereo feel. You know what I mean? So that's and one fader would control that entire drum set. Well, electronic, or a keyboard. You can pan some sounds or things like that, or maybe do like a sweep. That's why you would use the stereo channel. Getting back to monitors for the Lerner and Jaywood music. Basically, in part 6 of the series, I left off I started by plugging the speaker into the amp, and we're going to go over that now. So.